All right, welcome. My name is Ronald, and I'm professional driving school instructor at Ben's Driving Academy, and I'm going to take you through a night session regarding night driving. So, night driving is easy, and I want to show you how easy that can be. The first thing to do is to make sure that your lights are on. All right, so if you check lights are off, make sure your lights are on, and then you can decide whether you want to use your high beams or the low beams depending on your situation. So at this moment all the cars are over 500 feet away, so I can afford to use the high beams to be able to see as far as possible for signs, and the high beams are represented by a blue icon. If you check on my dashboard, there's a blue icon to show you that the high beams are on. And then if I get to approach the cars ahead, I have to switch back to my low beams. You put on your high beams by pushing the lever away from you, like I'm pushing my lever away right now, and then I can change back to low beams by pulling the lever back towards me. Okay, so it's if you're looking for where the lever is, it's going to be on the left side on where your signals are, depending on the car that you have. So that should get you going, but very important to remember that be careful when you're using your high beams, or else you'll be blinding other people, and when you blind other people they cannot see, and that can result into a lot of accidents. So be careful with that. And whenever you decide to drive at night, take your time. You don't want to rush, you just want to go through paying attention to where you're going. Right now there's a car that is overtaking me, which means I cannot use my high beams, because if I decide to do that, the car that just overtook me will be blinded and they may not be able to see very well. But once they are over 500 feet away, as far as possible, I can safely put my high beams on so that I can see wherever I'm going. Okay, so the high beams are helping me to be able to see all the signs and also check out if there's any animal that may be coming up. So right now there's a car that's about to pass me. I'm going to put my low beams back on so that I can help the car successfully go around me and keep it safe. So we're taking an exit right now, 113A. So it's very important to make sure that you have your signals on and your lights on, so that the person behind you can visibly see your intentions. Okay, so once there is no car within your vicinity, you're allowed to use your high beam so that you can see as far as possible. So like right now, I'm going to merge into the main road. I need to make sure my high beams are off so that I do not blind those who are passing by. And once that is done and there's no one close by, I can put my high beams right back on so that I can see as far as possible wherever I'm going. You can notice I'm following a tractor trailer, or what other people call 18-wheeler. All right, so if you can't see the mirrors of the car in front of you, you can't see the mirrors of the truck, it means the driver cannot see you as well. It is very important to keep an extra space distance when you're behind the truck. Okay, so where we are right now is what they call a no zone. The truck has what they call no zones, so the tractor driver is unable to see you. So you don't want to stay on the sides. If the tractor trailer is slow, you can safely go around it by overtaking from the left side of the car. All right, so as you overtake the car, you want to make sure that you do not stay on the side of the tractor trailer for a long time. You want to go and pass it right away, and once you safely pass it, you should be able to go back into the right lane. Okay, so like I said, right now we are in what they call a no zone of tractor trailer. So if you stay here for a long time, the driver may not be able to see you. So you want to be able to overtake it, go a little bit extra before you return into your lane. Okay, you have to remember that it takes twice or double the distance for a tractor trailer to come to a complete stop. So before you come back into the lane, you want to make sure you have an extra space between you and the tractor trailer. Alright, if you notice, we are in between dotted white lines, or what they call white line markings. The dotted lines simply mean that you can cross over from one lane to another, and if the lanes are solid, it means you cannot cross, you need to maintain your lane. So like in this case, our lines are white in color, which means they're going in the same direction, and they're also dotted. If they're dotted, it simply means you can change from one lane to another. So right now we're changing from one lane to the fastest lane, simply because we're allowed to do so, and it's dotted, and the tractor trailer was slower was going slower than the speed limit. All right, once again, once you pass the tractor trailer, you want to go a little bit more. All right, make sure you can see the tractor trailer in the mirror far away before you merge back into the lane. The reason why we do that, like I said, it takes it double the distance for the tractor trailer to come to a complete stop. Okay, we shall be taking exit 65B, and as you can see, it has an exit only lane. So we are going to start merging into that lane so that we can take the exit. Okay, so remember, whenever you're about to take an exit, do not slow down until you are in the exit lane. So right now I'm in the exit only lane, and I can start slow down my vehicle. It's recommended that I go 40 miles per hour. Okay, because it's a curve. If you go more than that, you could easily overturn. I'll talk briefly about the orange cones. Every time you find those orange cones, it means there is construction in the area. That's a sign of a construction site. So it means you have to slow down every time you approach a construction area. Otherwise, you'll be fined you'll be given double the fine if you speed up in a construction area.